Every day, millions of people walk up to their car, unlock the door, and drive away without ever looking closely at what's attached to it. But here's the scary truth. Something as small as a magnet, a sticker, or a dangling piece of plastic could mean the difference between a safe trip home and a $1,000 disaster. Criminals, scammers, and even careless mechanics rely on one thing that you won't notice. Police departments across the US are now warning about devices secretly planted on vehicles, GPS trackers, phones, or even Apple AirTags, used to follow drivers home. And it's not just high-tech. A loose underbody panel, a slipping floor mat, or a cracked headlight cover can turn into an accident, a fire hazard, or a highway breakdown before you know it. Here's the part most drivers don't realize. Thieves and scammers are counting on your habits. They know most people don't check their wheel wells, don't peek under the bumper, and don't pay attention to small changes. That blind spot is exactly how they win. In this video, I'll show you 17 things you should remove from your car immediately if you see them. Some are signs of criminal setups. Others are hidden dangers that silently destroy your car's lifespan. And don't skip the last one. It's a warning that could literally save you from a fire. If you care about your safety, your car, and your wallet, stick around. Let's get started. Mistake number 17. Unknown devices stuck under the chassis. Phones, GPS trackers. This one sounds like a spy movie, but it's real, and it's happening more than you think. Small GPS pucks, burner phones with magnets, and tiny trackers like AirTags are being attached to wheel wells, bumpers, the gas filler area, and the underside of cars. Once in place, they silently report your location and routine, when you leave, where you park, and crucially, where you live. That information is pure gold to thieves, stalkers, and organized crews planning thefts or break-ins. Don't wait until you see someone tailing you. Check visually and physically. Shine a flashlight into wheel wells, look under bumpers and around the gas cap, and peek under the car where panels meet. Many trackers are magnetic or taped in place and can be spotted by an unusual lump, wiring, or a loose panel. If you find a device, don't just pocket it. Photograph its position, note the exact location, and call the police. This is potential evidence of criminal activity. If it looks harmless and you're confident it's just debris, still wear gloves and remove it carefully. Place it in a sealed container or metal tin or a Faraday pouch to stop any signal. Ask your mechanic or technician to inspect the undercarriage during oil changes or tire rotations. Pros are trained to spot odd devices. And if you get a notification from your phone about an unknown tracker traveling with you, don't ignore it. Check immediately, document everything, and involve law enforcement if you suspect you're being tracked. Small device, big danger, remove it and report it. Mistake number 16. Loose magnetic objects on bumpers or frames. A stray magnet stuck to your bumper might look harmless. A kid's toy, a souvenir, or a forgotten tool. The problem is twofold. Magnets are the perfect hiding spot for trackers, and they're a real road hazard when they fall off. Thieves increasingly use magnetic pucks and magnet-backed phones to hide GPS trackers or relay devices where you won't notice them. A small magnet on your frame could be concealing a tracker that reports your movements, or a relay device meant to boost a key fob signal for theft. Even when there's no criminal intent, loose magnetic objects cause trouble. They can scrape and chip paint, leading to rust. They can migrate into wheel wells and get caught between brake components or under splash guards, creating noises, vibrations, or even punctured lines. At highway speed, anything that pops off becomes flying debris, a safety risk for you and other drivers. What to do? Every time you walk around your car, glance at bumpers, frames, and wheel wells. Run a hand, wear gloves, along exposed metal areas to feel for unexpected lumps. If you find a magnet and it looks suspicious, photograph it and remove it carefully, then store it in a metal container or Faraday pouch to stop any signal. If the object seems to contain electronics, call the police. It could be evidence. For legitimate magnetic accessories, phone mounts, tool magnets, secure them with proper mounts or remove them before driving. When in doubt, take it off. A small magnet left alone can turn into a big problem fast. Mistake number 15. Peeling or bubble window tint. Window tint can look sleek when it's new, but once it starts peeling or bubbling, it stops being cosmetic and starts becoming a hazard. Those air bubbles scatter sunlight and headlights into your eyes, making glare worse instead of better. At night, distorted vision through a bubble side window can easily hide a pedestrian, cyclist, or car in your blind spot. For the driver, that's a safety issue. For the law, it can also be a violation. In many states, bubbled or peeling tint is grounds for a ticket because it no longer meets visibility standards. The damage doesn't stop with visibility. Old tint can hide deeper issues, cracks spreading across glass, chips near the edges, or moisture creeping between the tint and glass. Ignoring those weak spots means missing early warning signs that your window could shatter under stress. Bubbling also signals the adhesive has failed, often from sun damage, leaving the film brittle and flaking. That debris ends up in tracks and seals, jamming power windows and wearing out motors. The fix is simple. If you see tint bubbling, peeling, or turning purple, take it off immediately or have it professionally removed. A clean window is safer, legal, and easier to maintain. If you still want tint, replace it with a high-quality film installed by a certified shop. Don't wait until poor visibility or a roadside ticket reminds you. Peeling tint isn't just ugly, it's dangerous. Mistake number 14, cracked or peeling headlight lenses and covers. Your headlights are more than just a styling detail. They're your lifeline at night. But when the plastic lens covering them starts to crack, peel, or haze, your visibility takes a serious hit. Light scatters instead of projecting forward, leaving dark patches on the road, and reducing your reaction time. According to safety studies, cloudy or damaged lenses can cut brightness by over 50%, which is like driving with one eye closed. That's not just unsafe. It's a ticket waiting to happen, since many states require headlights to pass inspection standards. Cracks aren't only a cosmetic issue. They allow water and dirt to seep inside, fogging up the lens and corroding reflectors. Moisture trapped around the bulb socket can cause electrical shorts or even overheat bulbs, burning them out faster. In worse cases, the buildup warps the housing, leaving you with a pricey replacement instead of a simple fix. The good news? You don't have to live with dim, failing lights. If the damage is minor, polishing kits can restore clarity. For severe cracks or peeling, replacing the lens or housing is the safest route. And if you notice condensation inside after rain, act quickly. It means the seal has already failed. Your headlights should light the road, not create hidden dangers. Remove damaged covers, restore visibility, and keep both you and other drivers safe. Mistake number 13, hanging cables or exposed wiring. Pop the hood or glance under your dashboard, and if you see cables dangling or wires sticking out, that's not something to shrug off. Exposed wiring is a ticking time bomb for electrical shorts, blown fuses, and even fires. Modern vehicles run dozens of systems off sensitive wiring, from the ECU to airbags to sensors that keep traction and braking stable. A loose wire brushing against metal can arc, melt insulation, and in seconds, trigger a failure that leaves you stranded or worse. It's not just about sparks. Hanging cables are easy to snag with shoes, bags, or moving parts. Under the dash, they can obstruct pedals, jam your brake, or distract you at the wrong moment. In the engine bay, stray wires can block cooling fans, rub against belts, or get pinched under covers until they wear through. Even aftermarket add-ons, stereos, dash cams, or DIY lighting, are often installed poorly, leaving wires unsecured and prone to rubbing or overheating. If you spot hanging cables, don't ignore them. Trace them carefully and secure them with proper clips, loom tubing, or electrical tape. Never leave bare copper exposed. If you're unsure whether a wire belongs, have a mechanic or auto electrician inspect it, because sometimes sloppy fixes or theft attempts leave behind half-cut wires. Your car's wiring is its nervous system. Treat it with respect, and if it's hanging loose, remove or secure it immediately before it becomes a bigger problem. Mistake number 12, aftermarket modules blocking sensors and cameras. Modern vehicles rely on a network of cameras, radar units, and ultrasonic sensors to keep you safe. Lane keep assist, adaptive cruise control, parking sensors, and emergency braking all depend on these devices having a clear view. But too often, drivers install aftermarket gadgets, bulky dash cams, radar detectors, suction mounts, or even decorative trinkets, right in front of these sensors. The result? Your car's brain thinks it's blind. Warnings trigger, systems shut down, or worse, They fail to respond when you need them most. Something as small as a poorly placed phone mount can block a forward-facing camera. A radar detector stuck on the windshield can interfere with adaptive cruise sensors. Even oversized dash cams can overlap with rain sensors or high beam assist cameras. When that happens, your car may show errors, disable features, or give you false confidence that the system is still working. Imagine counting on automatic braking only to find the sensor was blocked by your own gadget. The fix: always check your owner's manual to see where sensors and cameras are located before mounting anything. Keep the windshield and bumper areas completely clear. If you must install a dash cam, use a low-profile unit mounted behind the rear-view mirror out of the sensor's field of vision. Driver assist features are only as reliable as their visibility. Don't sabotage them with clutter. Remove anything blocking their view immediately. Mistake number 11. Loose underbody splash shields or plastic trim. Take a walk around your car and glance underneath. If you notice a splash shield sagging, a plastic panel hanging, or trim flapping in the wind, don't ignore it. These parts may look cosmetic, but they serve important functions, protecting your engine, transmission, and wiring from water, salt, and road debris. When they loosen, they don't just make noise, they create risk. At highway speed, a dragging panel can suddenly rip off, striking your own vehicle or becoming dangerous debris for the car behind you. Even worse, a loose shield can snag on suspension parts, puncture hoses, or yank connectors loose. I've seen dangling underbody panels catch airflow like a sail and rip entire mounting brackets apart. The result? Hundreds of dollars in repairs that could have been avoided with a few fasteners. Why does this happen? Often it's damage from speed bumps, curbs, snow, or careless oil change shops that fail to reattach panels securely. Over time, the clips weaken and the plastic warps, leaving it prone to dragging. The fix is simple but urgent. If a panel is loose, re-secure it with proper fasteners or replace damaged sections. Zip ties are a temporary patch, but not a long-term solution. Leaving loose trim to hang on is asking for it to fail at the worst time. If you see it sagging, take it off or secure it immediately, because once it lets go on the freeway, the damage can be far worse than a noisy rattle. Mistake number 10. Expired inspection or sticker tags. They might seem like small squares of paper or vinyl on your windshield or plate, but expired inspection stickers and outdated registration tags carry more weight than most drivers realize. On the surface, they're magnets for fines. Police officers are trained to spot them instantly, and one outdated tag can mean a ticket that costs far more than the inspection itself. But there's a hidden risk most people overlook. Expired stickers can make your car a target. To thieves and opportunists, an out-of-date inspection or registration tag signals neglect. It suggests the owner may also be ignoring bigger maintenance items, leaving the vehicle easier to steal or break into. In some cases, it marks the car as belonging to someone who doesn't drive it often, making it an easier hit when it's left unattended for long stretches. Expired tags can also create bigger headaches if you're involved in an accident. Insurance companies may use them as leverage to argue negligence, even if the collision wasn't your fault. And in states with strict inspection rules, driving with outdated stickers could result in your car being impounded on the spot. The fix is simple. Keep your inspection and registration current. Set reminders weeks in advance. Use online renewal where available. And never assume a few months late won't be noticed. If you see expired tags on your own car, don't put it off. Replace them immediately. Those little stickers carry a big message, and you want it to say responsibility, not neglect. Mistake number 9, tape, stickers, or decals over your VIN or license plate. It might seem harmless to slap a sticker over a little scuff on your plate or cover the VIN on the dash while you clean. But covering those numbers is a fast way to invite fines, suspicion, and real trouble. Obscuring characters on your license plate is illegal in many states and can get you pulled over immediately. Even worse, blocking part of the plate signals to cameras, toll operators, and law enforcement that something's off. And that's exactly what criminals want you to avoid. Beyond the ticket risk, hiding or partially covering your plate and VIN makes your car look neglected or suspicious, which can attract opportunists. Tow operators, boots, and repo agents notice outdated or tampered tags, and thieves use covered plates to test whether a car is being monitored. On the VIN side, dealers, inspectors, and buyers expect that number to be visible. Concealing it during sales or service raises red flags and can complicate title transfers or insurance claims. The fix is simple. Remove any stickers, tape, or decals that obscure characters immediately. If your plate is damaged or faded, get a replacement from the DMV. Don't mask it. If you want protection, use a clear, non-reflective protective film that does not cover letters or numbers. Securely mount plates and check them regularly for dirt or obstructions. Your plate and VIN are identification, not decoration. Keep them clean, visible, and legal. Mistake number 8. Temporary or poorly mounted roof racks and cargo boxes left on. A roof rack or cargo box seems handy, until it becomes a flying hazard. Temporary racks and cheap cargo boxes are designed for occasional use, not permanent attachment. Left on the car year-round, improperly mounted racks rattle, loosen, and dramatically increase wind drag. That's not just an annoyance. It raises wind noise, slashes fuel economy, and can change the car's handling by raising the center of gravity. Even worse, a poorly secured rack or box can come loose at highway speeds. I've seen strap-mounted racks shear straps on the freeway, and whole cargo boxes separate from their mounts. When that happens, you're not only risking your load, you're creating a deadly projectile for everyone behind you. Insurance nightmares, totaled roofs, and roadside danger all start with a bulky rooftop load. Here's what to do. Remove temporary racks and boxes when you're not using them. If you need a permanent solution, invest in a professionally fitted roof system with the correct crossbars and locks for your vehicle. Always follow the manufacturer's torque and weight limits. Roof load ratings exist for a reason. Double-check mounts before every trip. Re-torque fasteners after the first few miles, and inspect straps and locks for wear. Pack low and centered, and use tie-downs that won't rub through. A roof box is convenience, but only when used correctly. If you spot a sloppy rack, take it off immediately. It's one of those small things that can prevent a very big problem. Mistake number 7. Extra weight or unsecured items in the trunk and visible valuables. Your trunk and cabin might feel like storage bins, but every extra pound you carry is costing you in ways you may not notice. Excess weight strains suspension components, wears down shocks and struts, increases tire wear, and forces your engine to work harder. That means lower fuel efficiency and a shorter lifespan for key parts. Carrying around boxes, tools, or gear you don't need is like driving with an invisible passenger that never gets out. But there's another risk. Visible valuables. A laptop bag, purse, shopping haul, or even loose coins glinting in the cup holder are magnets for smash and grab thieves. Criminals don't need long. Most break-ins take under 30 seconds. Often in busy lots where no one thinks twice. Leaving items visible, even briefly, signals an easy opportunity. Here's the fix. Remove unnecessary items from your trunk and cabin regularly. If you must carry valuables, store them in the trunk before you arrive at your destination, not after parking. Thieves often watch for people transferring items at the lot. Use a cargo net or box to secure what you do need, so it doesn't slide and cause noise or damage. For frequent storage, invest in a lockable trunk organizer. A lighter car is a healthier car, and a clean interior is a safer one. If you see clutter or valuables lying out, take them off immediately. It saves your suspension, your wallet, and possibly even your windows. Mistake number 6. Damaged or loose wheel weights and hubcaps. Wheel weights and hubcaps may seem like small details, but when they're loose or damaged, they can cause problems far bigger than most drivers expect. Wheel weights are critical for balance. They keep your tires rolling smoothly at highway speed. If one falls off, even a small imbalance can create vibrations in the steering wheel, uneven tire wear, and added stress on suspension components like tie rods and ball joints. Left unchecked, that imbalance shortens tire life and compromises handling. Hubcaps pose their own risks. A cracked or loosely fitted hubcap can rattle, scrape against the wheel, or detach entirely while driving. At 60 miles per hour, that flying piece of plastic or metal becomes dangerous debris that could hit another car or bounce back into your own. Mechanics see it all the time. A simple hubcap issue that led to tire valve damage or even brake interference. The fix? Inspect your wheels regularly. If a hubcap feels loose, remove it until it can be secured properly. Replace cracked ones before they break apart. For wheel weights, if you notice new vibrations, uneven tread wear, or pulling in the steering, have your wheels rebalanced. It's a quick, inexpensive service that saves hundreds in tire and suspension repairs. Don't ignore small parts on your wheels. If they're loose, take them off or fix them immediately. They're not just cosmetic. They're essential for safe, balanced driving. Mistake number 5. Non-factory stickers covering cameras or sensors. It's tempting to plaster stickers, badges, or novelty decals on your bumper or rear window. But when they end up covering sensors or cameras, they're more than tacky. They disable safety systems you rely on every day. Parking sensors, backup cameras, forward-facing cameras for lane keep and automatic braking. All of these need a clear line of sight. A sticker in the wrong place can blind a system in an instant. When a camera or sensor is obscured, the car's computer either throws an error or, worse, assumes everything ahead is clear. That false confidence can prevent emergency braking, ignore a pedestrian, or stop lane keep from correcting a drift. You may not notice the failure until the moment you need it most. And diagnosing the problem? Often it looks like an expensive sensor fault rather than a piece of tape on the lens. This also applies to aftermarket decals that wrap over bumpers or trunks. Even small bits of adhesive or reflective foil can scatter light and confuse vision systems. Rain, dirt, and snow trapped under stickers make things worse, causing false positives or intermittent failures that are maddening to troubleshoot. The fix is immediate. Remove any non-factory stickers, films, or badges located near cameras, sensors, or on the windshield around driver assist modules. Clean the area with a soft cloth and soapy water, and inspect for residue that might still obscure the view. If your car shows a fault after removal, reset the system or get a professional scan. Most times, clearing the obstruction restores full function. Don't trade convenience or style for safety. Anything that covers a sensor needs to come off now. Mistake number 4. Hanging accessories near pedals, air fresheners, cords, covers. Personalizing your car with hanging decorations or accessories might feel harmless, but when they end up near your pedals, they become dangerous. Loose cords from chargers, dangling air fresheners, or poorly fitted pedal covers can interfere with the most important part of driving, your ability to brake or accelerate safely. It only takes one moment of entanglement for disaster to strike. Imagine pressing the brake in an emergency only to feel resistance because a cord slipped under the pedal, or worse, the gas pedal gets stuck because a floor mat or hanging object is wedged against it. These aren't rare scenarios. Accident reports show countless crashes linked to unsecured mats, cords, or aftermarket pedal covers that weren't designed to fit properly. Even small objects swinging near your footwell are distracting. They can shift unexpectedly, catch on your shoe, or make you hesitate when split-second reactions matter. Many drivers underestimate how quickly clutter in the driver's area can turn into a deadly hazard. The solution is straightforward. Keep the space around your pedals completely clear. Secure charging cords with clips, or route them away from your feet. Avoid aftermarket pedal covers unless they're designed for your exact model. And never hang items that could drop into the footwell while driving. When it comes to control, less is more. A clean footwell ensures that your brake and throttle respond instantly, without interference. If you see anything dangling near your pedals, remove it immediately. Mistake number 3. Rusted license plate frames or fasteners trapping moisture. A license plate frame might seem like the least important part of your car, but when it rusts, it can quietly trigger long-term damage. Metal frames and fasteners that corrode don't just look bad. They trap moisture against your trunk lid or bumper. Over time, that moisture seeps into the paint and underlying metal, eating away at the finish and accelerating corrosion around the mounting points. What starts as a small rusty bolt can eventually spread into bubbling paint, weakened body panels, or even holes in the metal. The risk doesn't stop there. Cheap aftermarket frames made of thin chrome or untreated steel often corrode faster than the surrounding car body, creating an ugly contrast. Worse, rusted fasteners can seize in place, making simple plate changes a nightmare. Some mechanics end up drilling out bolts, leaving behind scratches or requiring costly refinishing. Here's the fix. Inspect your license plate area regularly. If you notice rust forming, remove the frame and clean the surface. Replace rusty fasteners with stainless steel or coated alternatives designed to resist corrosion. Plastic or powder-coated frames are safer long-term choices, since they don't trap as much water. Adding a thin rubber or foam gasket behind the plate also prevents moisture buildup. Don't let a $5 frame cause hundreds in bodywork later. If you see rust or trapped water around your plate, take it off immediately. It's a small detail with big consequences if ignored. Mistake number 2, old torn seat covers or floor mats that slip. Seat covers and floor mats are supposed to make your car more comfortable and protect the interior. But when they're old, torn, or poorly fitted, they turn into a serious safety hazard. Slippery mats that slide forward can bunch up beneath the brake or gas pedal, limiting how far the pedal can travel. In an emergency stop, that half-inch of blocked movement could mean the difference between avoiding an accident and causing one. It's not just floor mats. Torn or loose seat covers can shift while you're driving, making you readjust constantly, or even snagging on the seatbelt buckle. Worse, universal fit covers may block airbag deployment zones built into modern seats. That means in a crash, your side airbags might not deploy properly, all because of a cheap or poorly installed cover. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration has documented crashes tied directly to floor mat interference, especially when mats weren't secured with anchors or clips. Automakers even recall vehicles when factory mats pose a risk. Here's the safe move. Replace old mats with ones that fit your car exactly and lock into place using the provided hooks. If your seat covers are sliding or tearing, swap them for properly designed replacements or go without. Don't improvise with duct tape or universal straps. A clean, secure interior doesn't just look better. It keeps your pedals clear, your airbags functional, and your focus on the road. If your mats or covers slip, take them off immediately. Mistake number 1, loose or bulging batteries, corrosion, swelling. Your car's battery might look simple, but when it starts to swell, corrode, or shift in its tray, it becomes one of the most dangerous things under the hood. A loose battery doesn't just rattle, it can arc against terminals, short circuit, and send sudden surges through your electrical system. That can fry sensitive electronics, shut your car down unexpectedly, or even spark a fire. Bulging is an even bigger red flag. When the battery case swells, it's usually due to internal chemical breakdown or overheating. That pressure can cause cracks, acid leaks, and in extreme cases, explosions. Corroded terminals also trap resistance, forcing your alternator to work harder, which shortens its life and leads to starting issues. Ignoring these warning signs doesn't just risk your car, it puts you and everyone around you in danger. The fix is urgent but straightforward. If you see a swollen battery, heavy corrosion, or notice the battery shifting in its bracket, replace it immediately. Secure the new one tightly using the proper hold-down clamp so it can't move while driving. When disconnecting, always remove the negative terminal first and wear gloves to avoid acid contact. A healthy battery should sit flat, snug, and clean with no swelling or crusty buildup. If yours doesn't, don't wait. Swap it out before it becomes a fire hazard. It's one of those situations where taking it off immediately could literally save your car. You've just seen some of the most overlooked but dangerous things drivers leave on their cars. From hidden trackers to loose trim, from corroded batteries to slipping floor mats. Small details that can spiral into major safety risks. The truth is, protecting your vehicle isn't just about big repairs. It's about catching the little things before they turn into disasters. Now that you know what to look for, take 5 minutes today to walk around your car. Check under it, around it, and inside it. If something feels off, don't wait. Remove it or fix it immediately. A few minutes of awareness can save you thousands in repairs, prevent accidents, and most importantly, keep you and your loved ones safe. And if this video opened your eyes to something new, help us keep bringing you more content like this. Hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and share it with someone you care about. Every click supports the channel and lets us keep exposing the hidden risks most drivers never hear about. Stay sharp, stay safe, and remember, sometimes the smallest things on your car are the biggest warnings.